Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee, and we are going to do some canning of beans today. And these are the beans, you can see them in there, that I grew in my garden. So it's a huge variety of beans, and that's all right, you can do that. So I soaked my beans overnight. I do not do dry canning. I did that once, found out it was not recommended, and I've never done it again. I don't do the quick soak either. I soaked my beans overnight, and then I rinsed them, I drained them and rinsed them, put fresh water in it, and I brought them up to a boil and I simmered them for 30 minutes. So these are all ready to can. I've got my, let me turn it down. I've got my pressure canner over here that's hot. The beans are hot, the canner's hot, and my jars are going to be hot. So I got enough. I don't know if I have enough hot water left over in these beans to fill the jars to the proper headspace. So I do have another kettle of water going on the stove. I've got my jars with hot water in the sink, so everything's hot. We're ready to go. I'm going to show you how easy this is. Okay, we'll do one at a time because I want them to stay hot in the canner. And I wasn't sure, I think I could use this one because I want to fill it with beans first, and then the broth, not broth, water, okay? So we are going to fill our beans, and let me turn this so I don't make too big of a mess. We're just going to put the beans in our jars. Now the reason why I soak them, or the reason why I don't do them dry canning is because you got to get these beans as hydrated as you possibly can before you put them in these jars. Otherwise, they could expand just like crazy and cause siphoning. Your lids will pop, your seals, it just won't seal. It's really, you're taking a risk. So this way, I like it this way. Plus, you just don't know how old those beans are and if they're really going to rehydrate, you know. So it's best to do it this way. So I allow for a lot of room. So I don't go up to 1 inch headspace on it. I allow for lots of room in there. I go about 3/4 of the way with my beans, and then I do my juice. And these will be beautiful. Absolutely. And I'm glad I did the pot because I will definitely need more liquid. Then I go up to 1 inch headspace. See that? Now, whoops, we're going to debubble these. Don't forget to debubble. Okay? They're debubbled. I've got my paper towel with a little bit of vinegar. I also got vinegar in my canner so that my jars don't get cloudy. We're going to put the lid on there and the ring, and we're only going to put it finger tight. And this jar is screaming hot. That's how that looks. And it's going to go right into the canner. So we'll do another one. These are hot, so we'll do a couple of them. Okay. Like I said, I only go about 3/4 of the way up. And I'm going to show you, you can do the same thing with this pot of hot water. You don't have to use your bean. My jar was hot. This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to bring you up close because you need to see this. Okay? My jar, and everything was hot. But I think my jar is old, because when I poured that hot water in it, friends, it cracked all the way along the top. See that? Can't use it. Can't use the beans. That's garbage. That's for the beans. So we're going to just carefully remove this. And it's very, very, very hot. Over to the counter here. And that's a bad jar of beans. I'm glad that happened when it was on camera, because then you get to see firsthand that it can happen. And everything was hot, so it must just have been an old jar. Some of my jars are very, very old. We're going to do this again. That's a good thing to see. It can happen to anybody. And I've canned for, gosh, many, many years. 36 years, 35 years. Okay, that's all the fuller. I'm going to fill that one. Okay. And I'll use this bean water. And I'll top it off with this. There we go. Okay. Make sure you debubble. Wipe the rims off. Get all the debris off. You're going to use a lid, a ring, and it's only going to go finger tight. And it's going to go in the canner. Okay? I'm going to get the rest of these finished up, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, friends, you can see I got 5 jars. I would have had 6. I don't mind running my canner. I got to get my ring on my lid because I washed that. But I don't mind running my canner with maybe 1 less. I don't like doing it this way, but right now I have no choice. So we're going to let it run. And yes, I could probably put a dummy jar of water in there, but I'm not going to do that. Put this on here. Now this is going to, I'm going to turn this back up high. This is going to heat up, and this is going to start to spew steam. And of course, you got to let it spew for 10 minutes, a steady stream, and then you're going to put your jiggler on. It's 10 pounds of pressure where I'm at. Check your altitude. Yours may be different. And then once it starts to jiggle, I'm going to time it for 90 minutes because I have quartz. And I will see you when this is done and I take these out. Okay, friends, this is cool. All the pressure's up. Well, it's still a little warm, but I can lay my hands on it. But even at that, you want to open it away from you because you'll still see the steam. Okay, these turned out beautiful. Look at those. Absolutely. Those are gorgeous. Oh, that's music to your ears. See that? These would be lovely beans for soup, or you can even use them for baked beans. And then this one was the last little bit, so there's not very many beans in there, but we'll still use that anyway. So there you have it, friends. That's how easy it is to can beans. And it's nice to have fresh canned beans on your pantry shelves. I hope you give this recipe a try. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.